Hi everyone, it's Jada January here on the Team Shenanigans Minecraft server, and today we will be continuing some more of this build, and as you can see, I've been busy. So, oh, and the shenanigans. Okay, so the plan... Oh goodness, someone decided to put some water in the bar. That's washed out some of my torches. Anyway, the plan the plan so far has been to have a carpeted entryway. We have our reception area over here, and it leads through to an office space. We have our elevators at the back here behind the staircase. We've got some plush dark wood for the ceilings, the grand staircase up to the first floor, our bar area. The sun's going down, better go sleep. And the birds are squawking in the background. Of course they are. And up here we have a space for a picture. I don't know what I'm going to put there. It's not a very big space. I did make it a little bit bigger originally, but then the ceiling sort of came up to the exact same height. Would have anyway once I get enough terracotta to finish that off. So I decided to make it a little bit smaller. Just need to put a design in there. And this is the dining room. So yeah. We have a bit of work still to go. I need sea lanterns to put in here before we cover that up with a different wall. But we're getting there. And obviously need the sea lanterns also for the floor in here. And a bit more deep slate for the back here. I'm still figuring out how I'm gonna finish off the floor in there. And yeah, I'm just also building up the sides, so spoilers, Lucia's been busy, so I've just put in a solid, whoops. Far out, I can't fly. So I put in a solid wall there of terracotta, but we can always put in the windows and stuff later on once we figure out exactly where the windows need to go, because I do want to make the floors of the hotel rooms, I do want to decorate them at least a little bit, but I also want to make it into a bit of a maze sort of design, and then have a penthouse suite at the very top. And I'm sort of playing around with some detail work along the top before I finish off the roof. So yeah, we've got a bit of work to do ahead of us, and a lot of resources together. I have been busy. So I have been doing bits and pieces every now and again, and I've finished a bunch of the lobby and walls and stuff. So yeah, we have extra lighting around the edges. These parts are a bit darker, and the light isn't going to reach there, so I decided to put some sort of like wall sconcy design things. So that has helped with the lighting. The bar area was going to be really dark because there's like no lighting at all, and those candles aren't candles. They're they're bottles. Bottles of booze. So I put some sconces up here around it to make it look like it was, you know, designed that way specifically. We've got some more deep slate and put it around the edge here to finish off the floors. I put in a ceiling in the office area. I'm not going to do anything with this wall. I'm going to keep it brick because it's an office. It doesn't need to be pretty. Yeah, so I've made quite a bit of a headway this way. the elevator doesn't go to the first floor, so where the dining room is. I've done this picture, so I don't know if you can see what it is. So it's a J in that shape there, and then there's a flower up there with the stem and the leaf, and like a little bit more like petals or a, you know, an unbloomed bud or something there, and that's the flower pot. That's what I've designed. I came up with it with myself in creative. I didn't do anything else. I think I made this a little bit smaller. So yeah, there's my picture. There's my thing. And then I'm also contemplating little mini chandeliers, and I've created this chandelier up here, and there's little lighting fixtures with the mini heads, like the chiseled blackstone. I think it looks really cool with the blackstone banister the way that it is there. So that's a nice little touch of design element, and that's about as far as I've gotten. The rest of the floors are going to be reached by elevator. I haven't got a lot of room, so I don't know if I'm going to make it a redstone thing or just bubble elevator or just a water column and you swim up to where you want to go. So the first floor is going to have red carpet for the flooring, you know, the sort of walling where it has like the wood panelings about halfway up, and then the rest of the wood, the wall is like some sort of like plain or paper wallpaper design. I was thinking that for the walls. So I just need to decide if I want to go one high in the wood planks or if I want to go a second one high. And then up here, I have a little bit more of a design going on. So we've got the honey blocks here. I was thinking the orange terracotta, and I'm tossing up between the spruce and the jungle planks. And then again, do we just have the planks on one block and then the rest of the tall ceilings on another block? Because they're going to be up to like, ideally up to here, or like, because I don't want to cut the windows off with a ceiling, and there's not enough room in between to have like a floor if we make the floor and the ceiling the one thing. So we might as well make them extra high floors, extra high ceilings is what I mean. And then for the next floor up is going to be a lot of work because I have decided to put down terracotta, light blue terracotta as the flooring. So I'm sure you know, in like hotels and stuff, they usually have some sort of patterned floor. And I thought, you know what? The light blue terracotta is not half bad. Let's do that. So that's that one. And then for the next floor up, where the J is, I have no idea what I'm going to do for the floor and the walls there. So that's where we're at the moment. It's taking a lot of time to get, you know, things filled in because that's a lot of blocks, and it's getting dark again. So yeah, that's progress at the moment. I've also, I don't know if I've shown this yet, I've also put a bit of a top on the building, so we've got some of that detailed there. So I've put a strip along here of the purple terracotta as like a sort of detail strip that I'm going to probably include along for other areas, or maybe different colors. And then we've got the roof here, but I was thinking, so we need to have a pool and we need a penthouse suite to, you know, to live in the city, because, you know, this is where I'm going to be living. This is my home in the city. So we need to have that going for us. And it's not going to be accessible from inside the hotel because the elevator doesn't go up that far. Like the way that I've built it and then put that rooftop bit sort of in a bit, the elevator doesn't go up there. So we'd need to build either a secret elevator somewhere on the top floor to get to the penthouse suite. So we'd have to go up 2 elevators, which I think I might do anyway. That's not a half bad idea. Or we have a sky access only, which isn't that bad because we've got elytra. So yeah. As you can see, this sort of comes up to think if I was to be careful here. Yeah, so that's the outer area part of it. So I'd have to change the design, and I don't want to do that. So I might do something similar to what Lucian is doing. His main build appears to be that one there with the diorite, the calcite, the white concrete powder. It looks like the one with the fire escape on the side there. That I think is his main build, or at least the one he's putting the most focus on. And then the other buildings are just more sort of dressing around it because we need to fill it in. And if you want to help us fill it in the city and build in our world, then jump on the Discord, have a chat, and we might let you join the server. I was planning on doing this in the last episode, but ran out of time, so here's a tour of our starter town. So, as everyone's aware, this is my house. My starter house that had a flatter roof and a different design when I first made a slightly different veranda design, I should say, when I first made it. And it's evolved to this over time. I'm really happy with it. It's especially with the bits of bamboo and the trees around it. It looks like the sort of older, slightly rundown cottage that it is. We have the table and chairs in the entryway. I've made a bit of a banner design. I'm not 100% happy with it, but this is what I've got going at the moment. Yeah. We've got our banner making station here, and then upstairs got the bedroom with a bit of a study, and of course our attic. There's nothing up here except for 2 empty barrels. So if we go down and out the back door, I have built a little stables. I've added a little bit of different variety in the floor, like I think I mentioned at one point, and our horse that is actually unnamed. I think I need a name for him. He's not very fast. I normally go for the black or the grey horses, but it was the first one I found, really. But yeah, we've got a spotty horse. Cool. Yeah, and this is just a little garden area I put out the back and the side of my house. And from here, we have a bunch of speed beacons around the place, so yay. We have this little forested area between, that's JJ's house there, Red Bear's tree, and then we've got Darkness and Froglet sort of tucked away in the middle of it all as well. So if we come through here, we see Red Bear's little custom tree. So yeah. And I sort of decorated the town with some cat heads. I wonder if they're all still there. And then the next house along is JJ's. He has a cool redstone piston door for the entryway. And then throughout this area we have a few villager houses. And down here we have NB's subterranean plot. And then we head back up the pathway, which also loops back around towards Red Bear's place again. And then we come down here, we have the standing stones in the middle of the well with our storage area underneath, which I'm sure you're all familiar with. Some more villager houses along here. We have our little captive that seems to have picked up a chicken friend and his mini little outpost tower. The notice board. Some more villagers, houses. Our nether portal. This is our library. Up here, and then we've also got a few more villagers up here and our source of food. chicken farm. So if we come through along here, we have a few more houses with villagers. They just have, some of them are empty still. Some of them have trades, some of them don't. It's just a few. And then we have Drunk's house, our barn that has our villager breeder and our bee farm. And which way will we go? We'll go this way for now. Down here we have a bit of a water feature. All this sort of area was designed by JJ. He's done a really good job. Some custom trees and retaining walls. This is his furnace that he made, like a blacksmith sort of area. We put our items in here and it does the smelting and they pop up in here. And this is where our iron comes out from our little makeshift iron farm and crop farms that have been decorated around the area. I put up the fences and the what do you call them, lightning rods, because the villagers were turning into witches and skeletons would shoot over the fences. I also made this little wagon. Just put some chests in. Oh, I was getting all the grass under the wheels to turn to grass, like the dirt to turn to grass. That's why that was down still. If we circle back around this way, we can go in and actually see through the window. Our silenced zombie holding a piece of sand. The villagers don't seem that panicked. Huh. Is it because they're standing on the beds? Weird. Oh, there we go. They're trying to sleep. But if we come back here around... It comes up behind the barn. Oh. Creeper? What the heck is a creeper doing in there? We have some melons and pumpkins decorating out the side here. I just wanted to come up and quickly point out. So I mentioned that our villager breeder is inside the barn and we have them so that they come out by rail cart here. So we put a little tool shed sort of design on the side. Just so that when we bring out a villager, it's safe, essentially. So back around here, we have a tannery, which is just, you know, a bunch of leather being scraped and hung out to dry, etc. And in here is our melon and pumpkin output. If we continue around here, it will take us out to the windmill, which has our contraption in the middle. So, windmill, we just did a little decoration. There we go. We just put some barrels and workstations around the area, so, you know, just to make it look like there's things going on. There's lanterns everywhere to keep it lit up. But otherwise, it's pretty basic, just some redstone going on. And then if we continue back around here, the other side of the... restart soon. The other side of the barn, and it takes us up here to the floating island, which is the Alchemist Hut that Lucian built the outside and I helped him decorate the interior. I'm pretty sure I showed that in a recent video. But I'm really happy with it. We have a bedroom sort of nook at the top. Just some little mini blocks and pictures and stuff around the place. It's cute. And then we come down here. We get a better view of the floating island of land that the Alchemist Hut is floating on. And we come through to Lucian's house. Oh wait, I went the wrong side. Went the wrong side of the little hill. So we've got Lucian's house. He's got his black cats in here. and a bunch of axolotls because the ones in here seem to keep on dying, but there are still a few. That's good to see. Okay, so from Lucian's house, we sort of pass through the corner of his plot, come along here, and we get to Pug Thug's house, which is a hole in the side of the hill. And we have another cat head, some screaming goats, butthead, tailless, toilet. Every time I come in here, there's different names on the goats. Motor goat, butthead, and Taylor Swift. And Goatsart, I think that was named before. So past all these stalls that have been set up like a farmer's market sort of thing, we have our goat shed sort of dealio that leads down to our skeleton spawner. Hang on, I need to show you something because this is kind of trippy. Do you think we have a lot of bone blocks? There's also a theatre down there where we have our glow squid farm. Then this path brings us past the wool farm, the wool shed. So if we come up here, there's a bit of a pen here with like shearing stations that go up, and underneath this part, there's an automatic, yeah, you can hear it, automatic shearing thing going on there. We also have a bit of a pen. The goats still escaped, so they're leashed up. For the goats. And a pig pen. And down here we've got a fisherman's hut. We've got a lot going on. Silos that are full of, well, this one's full of chests that are empty, and this one's full of hay bales. Got some honey coming out of barrels on the sides. Can see our piggy bouncy castle over in the distance that was built for MP's birthday. We've got our chicken farm, and there's some crops being grown through here as well, past the sheep pen. There's a little pond over this side. Got some little bits of wheat around the place, and we've got a tractor, a bit of a workstation there, and some hay bales sitting out there, a bit of a wheat field. It comes down into the horsey area. Hello, horses. And then past the stables, we have the tree farm, the sawmill. I think it's almost finished, or it is finished. It's got a full-on it's really cool looking. MB and Lucian worked on this together. Some machinery looking stuff going on. Really detailed. It's really cool. And then it's getting dark again. Some cranes, so you know where the wood chopping happens. They're bringing over a log for processing. And then there's just some more cranes over here with the logs. And then the quarry / mine shaft that I built already. And then this leads through to the milking shed that Pug Thug built that has also a bit of a cow farm thing. And there's a bit of a shed over here. Got milk. We've also got an underground path that comes up here. It leads out over this side, which will take us up to the greenhouse. And the tree up here. Or if we head back down, it comes out over here where the horse stables are and leads back around to the other parts. Oh. Bye. So that's the town. So that's all the time we have for today. I'm going to continue working on designing the interior of this building and maybe putting up at least some structural scaffolding bits around for some extra buildings around this one. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed, and thank you all so much for watching. Please jump on our Discord if you want to chat about possibly joining our server. We'd love to have some more people join, especially if you want to start getting into content creation possibly. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye!